Happy Easter. The sun has risen once again. No matter where the world is, no matter where your spirit is, no matter where your heart is, no matter where your mind is, the sun always comes out. The planets revolve around each other. They go in a spherical form around the sun. Sometimes we don't see it because the moon comes between the sun and the earth. Sometimes we don't see it because the earth moves and the sun is in a location where we can't see it because of how the earth is spinning, but the sun is always there. And a new day always dawns, right? And I think that no matter what religion you are, what faith you might trust, understand, and incorporate into your life, a new day is a new beginning. Any new day is a new beginning. It's a resurrection. It's a way of starting life anew. Today can be the day where you change your life forever. Why? Because today you can plant the seed of manifestation, manifesting the life of your dreams, your desires. You have the power within you to create the life that you want. If you look around you at your current life, you've created that. As much as you want to point the finger and blame somebody else, it's all up to you. We all put together this life that we have. We attract the people into our lives as unmanifested beings. We are attracted to our parents. We come into this world and we pick the parents that we picked, good or bad. And it's up to us to learn the lessons that we need to learn in this lifetime so that we can continually evolve, continually work with the solar system as part of it. The dust, the stars, everything that space and the universe is made of is all within us, right? For me, I have always worked on my body. I became a dancer at a very young age. Since the age of 9, I've been dancing formally. I started as a ballet dancer, and then I worked professionally as a jazz dancer in Hollywood. And life has always been about movement, about expression of who I am and what I feel through movement and my body. It's very important for me. So, whatever it is that you set up in your life as a priority and importance, that's where you're going to go. Where focus goes, energy flows. And you have to understand that if you want change in your life, you first have to imagine it. I wrote a book called I Am: Imagination, Action, Memorization, The Way to Your Absolute Best. As a dancer, I would always have to visualize the choreography of the dance that I was doing, whether I was developing the choreography or if it was somebody else's choreography. I would have to see it in my mind's eye so then I could put it into my movement and dance the steps that were in the choreography. And that's the way most professional athletes work. They visualize themselves doing the action over and over and over again until they manifest the result of being a champion. And I want you guys to be champions in your life. There's many, many, many reasons why you are sitting here today watching this video. We're going to do yoga and we're going to celebrate new beginnings. This is Easter and this is a new awakening and this is a chance that can change the trajectory of your life. If you want health, if you want wealth, if you want love, those are the most important things that we can focus on in this life and why we're here. Then you can bring it to you. You have to manifest it. And in order to do that, you must take action. And the easiest action to take is to put your body into movement, because your body will get you from point A to point B. You've got to show up in life if you're going to manifest the life of your dreams, your heart, your desires. And the only way to do that is to have a body that will be able to carry you through. You have to fill it with good, healthy foods, nutritious foods that will give it the energy that it needs to do all of the functions. You have 11 body systems that all function simultaneously and synergistically with each other. You have to allow yourself to move consistently, because the body was not made to be stagnant and still. It was made to move. The one thing that was meant to stay still every once in a while is your mind. But even your mind does not stay absolutely flatlined. Your mind will always imagine. And imagination is one of those things that comes from the the universe. That thing that I like to call God, because it's just easy. It's energy. It's this source that comes inside of you. We are of it and part of it at the same time. So on this Sunday morning, Easter, a new beginning, we're going to start doing our yoga on a regular basis. I'm here to share it with you. You're welcome to join in. Go grab a towel if you need. Make sure you have some water. I've got some coffee right now, but I do have some water. And make yourself as comfortable as possible. And we're going to go through some asanas, which are postures. And the whole reason for going through these postures is, yes, your body's going to feel a certain amount of pain, a certain amount of discomfort. And you have got to learn how to push through discomfort, people, because discomfort is temporal. It will not stay forever. Your life goes up and down like this. Oh, life is great. Oh, what a drag. Oh, life is great. Oh, what a drag. But if you focus and you realize that whatever pain you're going through right now, whether it's financial, whether it's health, whether it's love, it's temporal. You will get past it. Nothing stays the same. We grow up, we age, we transmute into energy at the end of the day. And then it starts again, right? There's another cycle. So here we go. We're going to do our yoga. I want to start on the floor today. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. And today it's much, much earlier. Hi, Stephen. How are you? Are you going to do yoga with me? Oh, wow. Okay. So Stephen and I go way back. We're going to start with, it's 6 o'clock in the morning here. It's 6:25 because I wanted to do my yoga today at the very beginning of the day. So one of the things that I like to do is breathe, and yoga has a practice of breath work incorporated into the asanas, into the movements, and you connect your breath with your movement. So let's start with that. I'm sitting on a cylinder because it makes it easier for my knees to be crossed and drop down so there's no tension in my hip flexors. You guys, you can do it on the floor. You don't need to be on a cylinder. You can do it on the floor and just sit like that. If your hip flexors are tight and your knees can't go down, you can straddle your legs and sit forward so that you feel like the base of your pelvis is flat on the ground. But I'm going to go ahead and take my cylinder and sit on my cylinder. All right. One of the things that you want to try and do is make sure your spine is erect. And why is that? The reason is because energy flows through your crowning chakra. We have energy sources throughout our spine. This is your crowning chakra. Here is your imagination, your third eye, your internal eye. This is your throat chakra, which is what opens up your expression, what allows you to speak words. And words are very powerful. Whatever words you speak, you put that out into the universe. And they give reality power. Because if you say something, you manifest it just by the thought coming into a word. So you're pronouncing your reality. Your heart is another space where your love center sits. Your solar plexus is a way of feeling connected to the universe around you. You are connected to your mother in her womb through your belly button. You're nourished, you're taken care of. It's that gut instinct that you have throughout the rest of your life that keeps you connected to that knowing. Then you go into your sacral area, and this is the um the fire within you, that energy that creates something from nothing, right? Goodness. We are able to create life because of the energy and the hormones in our sacral area. And then you have the lower pelvic floor, which is your root chakra, which is fight or flight. It is either you're going to fight to the death or you're just going to run away. In between that, there's a paralysis, and you have a choice to make when you're in that in between stage. Do I run or do I stay and fight? And that's choice that you have to make depending on the time, the way that you're feeling, and what you want and your desire in your life. And the rest of your body is your locomotion, your arms, your head that turns and lets you know where you're going, your eyes, all the senses in your body, what you hear, how you smell, what you taste, and what you feel. All of those things are synchronized and work in concert to help you survive through this life. And so yoga is a way of maximizing all your senses, and then that sixth sense, that knowing that you can't really explain in words. It's that connection with the all, with the universe, with the one. So thumb and index finger together, spine is straight, shoulders are relaxed, and let's take a nice deep breath. If you'd like, you can close your eyes, inhale, and exhale. Use your diaphragm. Inhale and expand through your lungs. Feel like you're taking in as much breath as you possibly can. When you cannot breathe anymore, then use the strength of your diaphragm to push against your lungs and expel that air through your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Hold that breath for a moment at the top, and then exhale. Wiggle those fingertips. Take those arms up overhead. Inhale. And in a seated mountain, stretch those arms up. Exhale, two, prayer pose. Thumbs right to your heart space. Make sure the shoulders are down. And the most important thing is making sure that spine is erect. Inhaling and exhaling. And let's take a breath in again. With those arms, this time I want you to lift that chest. Exhale as you go out. Now, one hand is going to go down on the floor. The other one's going to go up. If you're on a cylinder, obviously the hand's on the cylinder. If you're not on a cylinder, then you're seated on the floor. If you're seated on the floor with your legs straddled, you can still do this exercise. So you're going to put one hand on the floor, the other arm comes up, and you're going to start bending the body over to the side. Now you can try and reach the elbow down to the ground. If you can, peek under that arm. The one thing I want you to think about is you want to keep that opposite hip into the floor. and hold and stretch. If you can't get the elbow to the floor, it's okay to be here. I don't want you to lift your hip up. I want you to stay very grounded. I want you to peek under that arm and maximize that stretch through the rib cage and the lower back. Inhale, and then exhale, prop yourself up center, and you're going to do it to the other side. And so you're going to bend, and you're going to reach that elbow down towards the ground. And again, try to keep that hip down. Now, this side is tighter on me. This whole left side has to work a lot harder than my right side. Nobody is symmetrical. We're all asymmetrical. And so we have to figure out which side needs a little bit more flexibility or a little more strength. And as you do your practice on a regular basis, you start realizing what it is that your body needs. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, center. So your body can bend side to side. Those are called lateral movements. You can also extend. Your spine extends when it's straight up and your body feels like it's lifting straight up to the ceiling, and you're lifting your chest upward at the same time. You don't want to hyperextend your lower back, but you do want to lift your thoracic spine. And hold up, chin up, inhale, and then exhale. Bring your arms down by your sides. And then the next motion that you want to create in your spine is flexion. So you're going to bring your arms back behind your head and neck, and you're going to bring your elbows forward, and you're going to drop your chin into your collarbone. When you drop your chin into your collarbone, try and feel like that chin is coming right into that little curve right at the top of your collarbone. Exhale and lift that chest up. At the same time, you want to feel as if you're getting a good long stretch through that upper spine. You can even open up your jaw and let it fit into that little space between your throat and your collarbone, stimulating your thyroid and your throat chakra. And now I want you to keep contracting, collapsing, and flexing your spine. So first you stretched the cervical part of your spine. Now you're stretching the thoracic part of your spine. And you're going to try and bring your elbows in front of you and try and get your crowning chakra down into the ground. Inhale and exhale. And then slowly roll it up. And that was forward flexion. Okay, we still have a few more movements that your spine can do. Let's circle the shoulders up and around and reverse it. Remember, new beginnings, new day. Today, you can change the trajectory of your life. Take both arms out to the side, and now we're going to do rotation. You're going to bring one arm back behind your waist. You're going to bring the other arm across your body. Place your hand on the outside of your knee, and you're going to rotate your spine, grabbing that knee and rotating your upper torso. Your goal is to create a perpendicular position with your shoulders and your pelvis. Your chin looks way back behind you over your shoulder, and use your eyes to take you as far around as you possibly can go. So take a deep breath, inhale, stay there and exhale, and again inhale and exhale. Both arms out to the side, and you're going to rotate in the opposite direction. So one hand goes to the knee, the other hand wraps around your waist. Ah, my back just cracked. Lovely. And look back behind you. Inhale and exhale. Chin over your shoulder. And then come to center. Good. Both arms up overhead. So now we've moved our spine in every direction that it can move. It can extend, it can flex, it can bend laterally, and it can rotate. All of that is movement that comes from your core. Your body's movement always stems from the center and extends out. Your limbs are an extension of your core. What you can do if you're picking up a weight and doing bicep curls, you cannot really do that without activating your core. Nothing can be done without activating your core. So I really want you to bring your focus into that aspect of your body. Always come from the center. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, down. Again, inhale, arms up, exhale, down. Now I want you to force your hands into the ground. And to do that, you should feel as if your body was kind of pushing up off the floor. If you were on your fists, you'd be able to elevate your hips up off the ground. If you were on your fingertips, you'd be able to elevate your hips up off the ground. But I want you to press your palms firmly into the floor and really, really feel like there's pressure into the ground. And what that does is it creates space between each vertebra and each disc. And it's actually like creating a little bit of traction for you. So if any of you have any issues with your back or a bulged disc, this is a great exercise to create space between that bulging disc and your vertebra. And it actually alleviates pain in your spine if, in fact, you have that kind of issue. Take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Now, as you release, try and keep that spine as long and as extended as it was when you were anchoring into the floor. Inhale and exhale. And once more. Inhale and exhale. And these deep breaths are very important because what we want to do is we want to make sure that we allow fresh, clean air to come into our lungs and expel all that which no longer serves us. All right, we're going to uncross our legs and we're going to go into an extended position. You're going to extend the legs out in front of you. Okay. And I want you to really feel that your knees are super, super straight. You're really locking your knees into the ground and your toes are going to flex way up enough so that you feel like your heels come up off the ground and then point, lifting up and pointing down. And again, up, inhale and exhale. If you want, you can press your hands down by your sides again, just like you had them a few moments ago, to really feel how long and extended that spine can be. You're still moving your feet up and down, and again, up and down. Let's go 4 more, 3, and again, 2, and 1. Rotate those toes out and circle, 2 and 3, 4, again, 5, 6, and 7, and reverse, 1 and 2. 3, lock those knees, 4 and 5, 6, 7, and hold. Now you're going to point your toes straight and you're going to rotate your knees. You're going to do an internal rotation. So what are you doing here? You're going to activate your inner thighs and you're like pigeon-toed. And I want you to really lock your knees, and I don't want you to move your knees. Stay nice and tall with your body. And see if you can do that rotation with those ankles without moving your knees and still keeping that internal rotation happening. It's kind of hard. And now reverse it. 1, 2, keep those knees internally rotated. 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Very good. Shake it out. Okay, so now you know internal rotation and external rotation. And you've got to utilize the movement in your femur bones. Your femur bones are going to rotate in and rotate out, but all of that motion happens from your muscles in the hip joint. You've got adductors, muscles that bring your body into the center with your legs, and adductors, muscles that pull your legs apart. Bend the knees, and we're going to keep your spine as straight as possible. Your knees are on the floor. You're going to lace your fingertips on the knees. Lift that chest, straighten the elbows, point your toes if you'd like, and lift that chest up and hold. Take a deep breath, inhale, and exhale. Now bring your chin neutral. You don't want to drop in and round right now. You want to keep your back super straight. And see if you can lift your toes up off the ground and balance. This is an exercise for your abdominal wall, for your core. So see if you can balance there. If you can't, just put your toes on the floor. Hold it, inhale, exhale. Now see if you can let go of one arm and then the other arm and see if you can balance on your own. If you can't, you can place your hands underneath your knees or on your knees again, but I really want you to try and feel like you can balance. See if you can lift one leg up off the ground, staying in a nice V shape, then the other leg up off the ground and hold. Keep that V. If you need to hold the floor, that's fine. If you have to keep your knees bent and you can't straighten the knees, that's fine. See if you can hold, 8. See if you can lift one arm up and the other arm up, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, bend the knees, grab the toes. And now this time, I do want you to round your back. Point your toes and contract. Now you're flexing your spine. Tuck that chin into the chest. Feel like you're extending, not extending, flexing your spine, contracting the abdominals, and protracting your shoulders. So your shoulders are really separated. Now you're going to retract your shoulders, bring your spine into an extended position, keep your toes on the floor, anchoring your toes on the floor, lift the chin, lift the chest, and hold. What we're trying to do here is articulate that spine into a flexed position, lock the elbows, tuck your tailbone under, stretch that back, and then again, open, inhale, lift that chest, retract those shoulder blades, make sure you feel like those shoulders are depressed down towards your backside, and again, contract all the way. And let's do it one more time, articulating that spine. As you arch that back, extend, chin up, and then protract those shoulders and drop down. Now come back to neutral. Let's see if this happens again, even easier and more balanced. Can you take your toes off the ground? Can you let go? Let go. One leg, one arm, one arm. Hold 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees apart, very good. Soles of the feet together, and lift that chest up. I always have to step myself so that you guys can see what I'm doing. Grab those ankles, lift that chest up. Today we're doing a lot of floor work. We'll do a few little standing postures, but it's nice to be grounded every once in a while. Now, if you want, you can lace your fingertips underneath your toes. Pull your toes up, kind of waddle your hips close to your heels. Now, I cannot do full flexion on my left knee, so it's going to be really hard for me to bring my hips up to my heels. But some of you might be able to do it and do your butterflies, stretching out through your inner thighs. Now I want you to bend the elbows and do that flexion again, and I want you to try and bring your nose towards your toes. Contract. And gently and gradually bring your nose towards your toes. Hold it. And you're going to feel an extreme stretch in your lumbar area. Now chin up, chest out, into a flat back. So if you want, you can grab your ankles on this one and really feel like you're lengthening your spine and flattening your back, extending. And then straight up. So your spine is straight. Take one hand back behind you to support you. Take your opposite hand, push it down on your knee and twist. And press the thigh down towards the floor and do a full rotation of your spine. You're anchoring yourself with the arm behind you. Hold 8. Chin over your shoulder. 7. Inhale and exhale. 6. Stay there and release. Good. Place your other hand on the ground. Put your other hand on the other knee and push down and rotate. Inhale and exhale. Chin up over your shoulder behind you. And again, you're rotating. Inhaling, exhaling. And release. Excellent work, you guys. Go ahead and extend the legs out in front of you again. And now you're going to take one knee and you're going to put the foot firmly down on the floor by your knee. Lace your fingertips and bring your chest up and try and bring your chest towards the front and try to align your knee with the middle of your sternum. Hold it. The leg that's on the floor is super straight, and you're actually feeling pressure into the floor with your straight leg. Now you're going to take the opposite arm from the knee, and you're going to cross your elbow in front of the knee. You're going to lace your fingertips, and you're going to rotate your chin back behind you. Hold it. Keep twisting. Keep your eyes looking as far out to the side as possible. Widen that peripheral vision. And then release it. Center. You're going to change sides. Put your other foot, cross it in front of the knee. Lace your fingertips, and same thing. You want to rotate your chest. Again, the idea is to try to get your shoulders to be perpendicular to your pelvis. And you look as far back as you can. Let your eyes be what takes you in that rotational movement. See how far you can see from the edge of your eye. Expand your peripheral vision. See if you can see behind you. The leg that's on the ground is pressing into the floor. The sole of the foot is pressing into the floor, and so is your straight leg. And your spine is lifting up. Remember those exercises we did at the beginning where you stretched your spine and felt separation between your disc and your vertebra? That's what I want you to feel. Inhale, exhale. And then slowly release. Allow both legs to extend. Both arms are going to come up. You're going to flex your toes. Okay, your toes are flexed. See? And you're going to take the arms up overhead. Reach for the toes, grab the tips of the toes, and pull your back flat. Now, if you can't reach the toes, that's okay. You can put your hands here on your shins, but keep your back as flat as possible and reach as far forward as possible. Trying to waddle your hips back behind you. You're trying to extend your spine. That means you have to lift that chest. Deep breath. Inhale, exhale. And now you're going to point your toes, grab your ankles. You're going to start bending the elbows down towards the ground. And as you do, the top of the head comes down towards the shins. And keep those knees locked tight. As a matter of fact, I want you to feel like you're pushing the back of the knees down into the floor. Inhale, exhale. Slowly walk your hands back. Good. I just realized I don't have any music playing, but that's okay. We're fine. You're going to bend one knee. I usually have some nice, pretty music on as we do this, but that's okay. So now what you're going to do is you're going to have one knee bent and the other leg is straight. Now I want you to flex your toe the same way that I had you flexing your toe before, okay? Your toe is flexed and you're going to reach your fingertips to it. So one knee is bent, the other leg is straight, and you're putting pressure into the floor with that leg. You're reaching for the toe. And remember, if you can't reach the toe, that's okay. Your shin's fine. You're going to take one arm up overhead and bend. Do that lateral bend. Peek under your arm. So I don't want you to fold your body forward. I want you to lift your body up. So pretend that your body was between a pane glass window and a double pane glass window. So you're between the glass and you can only move like a windshield wiper, okay? Arm up. So you can't go forward and you can't go back. You have to be directly to the side. The opposite hip drills into the floor and you're opening that rib cage. You're pulling and stretching through that lumbar area, dropping the hip down. Inhale, exhale. Breath in, breath out. And with each breath you exhale, you should feel like you drop in lower into that stretch. Now take the arms straight up. Make sure that back is rising upward towards the ceiling. Let go. Place your hand back behind you. Now point your toe on the floor. Okay, so your toe is pointed. This is pointed. This is flexed. So you're pointing that toe, you're bearing down into the floor with that other hand, and you're going to throw your hips forward. And you're going to lift up and stretch and look behind you. Hold it. Then you're going to lower your body down. You're going to flex your toe. You're going to round your body down towards your knee. Hold, inhaling and exhaling. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Gently round it out. And then we're going to do the other side. So you're going to open the other leg. I'm going to move my mat around a little bit. So you're going to bend one knee in, one knee out. Now you're going to flex that toe. Remember, the other knee is bent in. You're going to reach one hand towards the toe. If you can't reach the toe, shin is fine. Take the arm up overhead, inhale, and peek under that arm. Keep that opposite hip way down and keep that torso open. I don't want you to fold forward. Open that torso. And then release it. Place your hand back behind you. You're going to shift your body forward and prop up on that knee and stretch. So what you're doing on this side is the same thing. You're throwing your hip forward, you're stretching your body and looking slightly back behind you. Bring yourself down And you're going to go back, flex your foot, grab the toe, lace both fingertips around that toe, bring your elbows down towards the ground, and drop. Now, if you can't fold all that way, stay here. Do what you can. Go to the limits of what your body allows you to go. And then once you find that limit, stay there for a moment and breathe into it. You have to take a breath in, sustain it for a moment, and then you're going to see that with each breath that you take, you're going to be able to open up and stretch and become more flexible. You have to stay there. You have to push through I don't want to say the pain because I don't want you to feel pain. Push through the discomfort. If you feel pain, pull back. I do not want you to feel pain. Discomfort's okay. Inhale, exhale, and you should feel your lumbar area opening up, and you should feel a stretch in your hamstring. Excellent. And release. And come up. And extend the legs out. Shake them out a little bit. Now, we're going to stretch the quadricep. All I want you to do is take the knee in, grab that ankle. You're supporting yourself with your arm back behind you, your hand back behind you, and just do a runner's pose, okay? You're just bringing your heel back behind you. You're inverting the position of your leg by placing your heel towards the outside of your hip. I can do it on this side. I can't do it on the other side because I have uh, limitations with flexion in my other knee. But to get a stretch through here, this is a good stretch. If you feel that you can go back and lean into it so that you can rest your elbows on the ground, that's great. If you can lie flat down on the ground, if you can lay down, and usually to lay down, what I like to do is I like to go to my back arm, slide down, and then take my upper arm out and drop in and hold. To come up, you got to turn your body to go towards the arm that is supporting you on the back and lift yourself up. Now, you don't have to do that, people. If you want, all you have to do is this. You'll see on my other side, I don't have the same kind of flexibility, but this is a great stretch for your quadricep. And then release it, extend it out, take both arms up, inhale, exhale, pull the elbows towards the ground and hold. Again, open up that lumbar area. Slowly round it up. And I hope this is not the only yoga class you're ever going to do in your life. I hope you guys repeat, 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 and keep doing this over and over again until it becomes habit for you and it becomes part of your integrity. It becomes part of who you are and part of what you do. There's a method to this madness. There's a method to this madness because your body knows what it needs and it will give you feedback. Like right now, my body's giving me feedback. It's saying, you know what, Clara? This hurts because I do not have the kind of flexion in this knee that I have in my other knee. But what I'm saying to my body is, I know it hurts, but we're going to work together on this and we're going to breathe through it and we're going to try and maximize the flexibility in that thigh. I feel a real pull in my medial aspect of my knee here. My quad's fine, but I have to work on bringing my hip joint down closer to the ground. I will try. Let me rise up a little bit. It's difficult for me on this side. All right, so let's see how far down we can go. I've got my back arm down on the ground. I can slide back, and then I can drop down. Well, wait a second. Let me move here so I don't knock down the flowers. Drop around and here. And so you'll see my knee does not come down to the floor like my other one did, but I am feeling a long stretch through my quadricep. Then to come up, I take my arm overhead. I move up by pushing into my back arm and coming up. Hang on, I've got a little alarm that keeps setting off. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. Let's go ahead and shake out the legs, stretch out those feet. And again, forward bend, grab the ankles, kind of waddle your hips back and forth, pull your elbows down, and round your back. Slowly walk up those legs, nice and straight. Okay, so we are now going to stretch our hamstrings. We stretch the quads, now we're going to stretch the back of the legs. All right, so easy, and we're also going to stretch the inner thigh. So a big straddle, open those legs out as far as you can. Now here's my way of doing it. When I do my straddle, I go as far as I can with my open posture here. But I lock my knees and I really feel like my knees are pushing into the floor. The palms of my hands are going to go on my calves, and I'm going to bring my right shoulder towards the middle of my torso and towards the middle of the ground. So I'm going to create like a triangle with my shoulder and my two legs, and hold, inhale and exhale. And remember how I showed you that the breath fills your lungs when you breathe in, and when you exhale, the diaphragm pushes out that air. But look at what happens. You go deeper into your stretch. Inhale, rise up, and let's do it to the other side. So you're going to put pressure against that thigh, or not thigh, your calf. You're going to inhale. You're going to rotate your body. I'm trying to point my shoulder out in front of me, and I'm going to create a triangle with my shoulder and my legs. Inhale. The body floats up as you breathe in because you fill the lungs with air. And as you exhale, it drops you down. Try to get that shoulder towards the floor. Now, if you're new to yoga, you won't be able to do that. Maybe you can only come here. That's fine. The idea is to start teaching your muscles that you want them to flex or extend. You want them to either contract or stretch. And the only way to do that is to practice on a regular basis, to teach your body what it's going to feel, and for you to teach yourself, because your body's going to teach you what it's going to feel. It's a feedback loop. Inhale and exhale. Your body knows what it can do and what it can't do. Just take it to what level of flexibility you feel you have, and push a little bit more until you get to your maximum stretch, and hold. Inhale, exhale. And you should feel a good long pull through the inner thighs. When you're ready, place your hands under your shoulders and start rising up inch by inch, vertebra by vertebra. We've done a lot of work to open up the hips, the inner thighs. You just stretch the inside of the thighs and a little bit of the hamstrings, but we're going to do a little bit more of the hamstrings. Let me see. I think this way is going to be better. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to get back into our posture in that V sit. Okay. If you can do the V and keep your feet off the ground, wonderful. So we're going to go back into that V. And then what you're going to do is you're going to collapse and put your feet on the floor and slide your hands down. And as you put your feet on the floor, you want to just kind of slide your hands up your thighs. And at the same time, you want to start tucking your tailbone under, and you're going to bring your back down to the floor one vertebra at a time, inch by inch by inch by inch, until you're lying flat on the ground. And you can take your arms in a circular motion. So let's circle for 4 and 3, 2, and 1. And now you're going to reverse it. 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Pull your knees into your chest and hold. Your one knee. I said both knees, didn't I? Both knees. Go ahead. Take both knees into your chest. And now change one leg down, one leg stays up. So let's just do one knee now. So one knee is into the chest, and the other leg is pressing down into the floor. Nice deep breath. Inhale, exhale. Now, I want you to start straightening the knee and extending that hamstring. A lot of you are not going to be able to do that much of a stretch. Maybe you're only here. That's okay. If you want, you can hold your leg here and stretch that leg back as far as you can. If you have the flexibility to go further back, you can place one hand underneath your buttocks on the leg that's up. So you can put one hand underneath your buttocks and stretch and pull that leg up. Now, if you can't be there, you guys, this is fine. This is fine. Do whatever it is that is going to fit your level of flexibility. Hold 8. I'm pushing against the floor with my other leg. And release. Good. We're going to take it to the other side. Knee in. Take the leg up. And if this is as far as it can go, that's fine. If it's here, that's fine. Wherever it is that you feel that you can do that stretch. Pull. And slowly bring that leg down. Pull your belly button into your spine and lower it inch by inch. Good. Both knees in. And let's do a circular motion, massaging the sacral area across the floor and reverse it. Now we're going to give ourselves a spinal rock. You're going to do that little hammock. You're going to take those legs up and tap them down a little bit, take them up. And you see how my hips come up a little bit? Tap up and down, and one more time. Up. And this time, I want you to hold your knees and lift yourself up. Can you do that? If you can't, don't worry. Just get up there however you can. We're going to practice that again, okay? So here we go. We're going to take our body and we're going to go up and 2, massage your back, and 3, one more. This time, you're going to hold it and you're going to balance. So you're going to try and hold it and balance with your legs up off the ground. Good. And relax. Legs out. Once again, you're going to roll down inch by inch, vertebra by vertebra. And lie flat on the ground. Take one knee in. And you're going to bend the other leg. Cross your ankle on your knee and open up that hip. Place your hands down by your sides. Lift that leg up. You're going to lace your fingertips through and open up your hips. Feel like that knee that's bent is opening out. Use your own strength to rotate externally outward and hold. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Bring that foot down, switch sides. We're doing pretty good, people. Started the day out right. Flushing our system out by taking nice deep breaths. Hold it. And release. Okay, we're going to do that once again, except this time, cross your ankle, lift the leg. Now, what I want you to do is push that knee in as much as you can. If you can bend the knee and place your hand on the shin and pull it in, do that. If you can't, just keep your hands back behind you, and you're going to feel a little more severe stretch in that hip joint. And then gently bring that foot down, switch it to the other side. Cross it once again. You can thread your hands and pull the knee in. And what you're trying to do is an external rotation on the hip, but also you're pulling through that piriformis, through your glutes, all your hip muscles to try and loosen up that hip joint. Excellent. Pull both knees into your chest, flex your feet up, see if you can reach your fingertips to your toes, and then open your legs out as far as you can. Inhale, exhale. You're going to bend the knees and you're going to do what we call the happy baby pose. So you want to try, let me see if I can show you. What you want to try and do is you want to try and bring one knee down towards the floor and then waddle and bring the other knee down towards the floor. And then both knees down towards the floor. Hold it. Good. At the same time, pull your knees into your chest. Always make sure that you're trying to bring the sacral area, plaster it down into the floor when you do that happy baby. I don't want the back not to be connected to the floor. So let's try that again. Knees in, flex your toes, stretch back, open the legs wide as far as they can go. Bring the legs in, bend the knees in, press the heels with your hands and push the thighs downward towards the floor. Waddle gently over to one side and then waddle gently over to the other side. And then back to center, and that's a great self-massage. As you're here, pull your knees into your chest, bring your feet down into the ground, cross the right knee over your left, so you're crossing one knee over the other, and then rotate so that the knee drops down towards the floor. And you're going to take your upper body, pull both shoulders flat into the ground, and hold. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And again, deep breath in, deep breath out. Let's go ahead and move it to the other side. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And the idea is to keep both shoulder blades flat on the ground. And people, I want you guys to know that you can do this. You don't have to do it perfectly. I don't do it perfectly, but you can do this. You just have to do it on a regular basis, do it over and over again. Your body will find its way to its maximum flexibility. Pull both knees into your chest again. I'm 68 years old. I've been doing this for a long time. But you know what? I feel great. And yes, I have my limitations, but I work around it and I embrace them. Kafka used to say, use your faults, use your defects, then you'll be a star. Just accept yourself for who you are and how you come into this world and represent the authentic aspect of who you are. Why are you here? What are your gifts? What are your talents? And then let them come out. Express them. Express them any way that you can. Don't lock yourself in. The world needs you. We want to see you. Reveal yourself to the world. Pull the knees in again. Stretch. Stretch out that spine. Excellent. Now you're on your back. You're going to grab the ankles. You're going to place your feet on the floor. Now, if you can't grab your ankles and keep your hands to bring your feet on the floor, that's fine. You can place your hands on the floor and bring your feet down. But if you can grab your ankles and place your feet on the floor, what I want you to do is push through and hike your hips up. You can place your hands on the floor and elevate your hips up a little bit more. But if you have the flexibility to grab those ankles, then do so. Let me see if I can show you. That's what I want you to do. Okay? And up, as high as they can go. Now, I'm turning my head to the side because I'm talking to you, but you really shouldn't. Keep your head and neck in a straight line. And what I want you to feel is I want you to feel pressure into the floor with the soles of your feet. So you're really hiking up those hips. Squeeze your glutes. Stretch those quads. Inhale, exhale. Mm. Now, as you come down inch by inch, you're going to drop your hips and you're going to feel like you're Velcroing your spine into the ground, one vertebra at a time. As you do, take the arms up and try and match touching the ground with your arms at the same time that your hips touch the floor. And then lift up again. See how high you can hike up those legs. If you can grab those ankles on those hinges, please do. If not, just push your hands down into the ground. And then once again, vertebra by vertebra, you're trying to give yourself a self massage. Inhale, exhale, drop till you feel that your hips touch the ground. And let's do it one more time. Up. If you can grab those ankles, do so. Lift up. And then inch by inch, vertebra by vertebra, you're going to come down. Pull your knees into the chest. And once again, circle those knees all the way around. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. And you're going to reverse it. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Give yourself a spinal rock. Sit up. And let's turn over on our hands and knees. Okay. So we're going to do cat and cow. So your hands are in alignment with your knees. Okay. And you're going to take your spine in a neutral position to start. So if you were in a standing position, your chin would be parallel to the floor, your shoulders are depressed, you're slightly retracted with your back, your chest is high, your abdominal wall is pulled in. That doesn't change when you're on all fours. When you're on all fours, it's exactly the same thing. You're in that neutral spine, your chin is level with your belly button. Inhale, exhale, and that's a neutral spine. You don't want to be rounded, and you don't want your head to drop down, and you don't want to be arched. But we will do that. We will do cat and cow. So start neutral, and then let's see the difference between a rounded and tucked position. And so this is flexion of your spine. Your feet are relaxed, but you're pressing into the ground with the heel of your palms, tucking that chin as much as you can into your collarbone, and then arch the tailbone out. Now retract your shoulder blades. Try to feel like you're touching your shoulder blades together. Chin up, head way back, and drop your belly like a pregnant cat. And now exhale. Pull that belly button up into the spine like you're trying to touch your belly into your back. Tuck that chin into that collarbone. And again, drop an arch and let that abdominal wall just completely let go and relax. Inhale. Stay there. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do it 2 more times. Contract. Breathing in and out. Really stretch, squeeze your glutes tight, tuck that chin into your collarbone, and then release it. Retract those shoulder blades. Stretch that back, tailbone out. And one more time. Inhale, exhale. I'm breathing the whole way through this exercise. Don't worry about when you should inhale, when you should exhale. Just breathe. If your body wants you to breathe, breathe. And again, arching. And stay here and do a circular motion with your head and your hips. 4 and 3, 2, 1, and reverse it. 4 and 3, 2, and 1. Hold center, flex your toes. Now, I want you to flex your toes so that they're on the ground. And from there, you're going to go into down dog. Let me see if I can show. Yeah, that's better. So you're going to be in your down dog. Now I want you to position one foot in a triangle so your foot is between your two hands. Take your one leg up and hold that stretch. Inhale and exhale. Now bend that knee and kind of twist it around behind you. Bring it up and change legs, other side. So you're going to take your other leg up, hold it. You're going to bend that knee and twist it. Straighten it, bring it down, separate your legs, and let your hips wiggle right to left. Push way back and bring your feet in a little bit closer. Now you're going to go up on your tippy toes and drop into your heels. Up on your tippy toes, drop into your heels. 4 more. And 3, 2, and 1. Now from here, walk your feet back out and you're going to just reposition yourself into a plank. And I want you to hold. You don't want to be dropping in. You don't want to be too piped up. You want to be pretty straight, but you do want to feel like you're pulling your belly button into your spine. And hold. Inhale, exhale. Squeeze through your glutes. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Bear down into the floor with those palms. Now you're going to bend the knees. Unhook your toes. Shift your hips back. And sit back into your hips and go into your child's pose. Hold. If you can get your forehead down to the ground, that's wonderful. Now we're going to do a cobra. You're going to bring your palms to the floor. You're going to skim your chin between your two palms and also your chest. So take the weight of your body from your hips forward to the palms of your hands, and chin scrapes through, so does your chest, and then you rise up. Your elbows are in close to your ribs. Chin up. If you can straighten your arms, fine, straighten your arms. If you can't, just keep them down here. Hold. Inhale, exhale. Now, those of you who can, flex your toes, lock your knees, and stay in that cobra. Now you're going to soften the knees, soften the toes, hike your hips up. And as you do, you bring your chin down to the ground and hold. Push back. Sit back into your child's pose. This is a very advanced exercise. If you cannot do this, do not worry about it. Do what you can. Those of you who can do it, go ahead and do it again. We're going to go into that cobra once more. Those of you who are a little bit more on a beginning level, I'm going to show you what to do. Those of you who are advanced, go do your cobra again. If you need to, just come up on all fours if you're a beginner and just get yourself down. And then push yourself up. And to get back up, All you do is let yourself come down, bend the knees, or actually stay up. Bend the knees when you're up and push back, okay? So if you can just do this and push back, practice that, you're going to be able to get into your cobra. Advanced people, push back into your child's pose again. Everybody all fours, flex your toes, down dog. Take the right leg up, and you're going to bring that right leg right between the knees into a lunge. Hold that lunge, place your hands on the knee, and flatten your back. You're going to get an extreme stretch through that hip flexor on the straight leg. Palms together, and if you can, rotate. So place one elbow on the outside of your knee, palms to your chest, and see if you can line your chin with your shoulder. Hold. Slowly undo the arms, stretch up, come down, and we're going to switch legs. Back to your down dog. The leg up. Bring that leg between the two hands. Now, if you can't, if you're a beginner and you're here and you can't do it, just walk it in, press it down, get there however you need to get there. Okay? Work within the sphere of what your body is going to allow you to do. Move into it however you can. Maybe you can't be this low. Maybe you can only be here. That's fine. Just get to where it's comfortable for you, but you're feeling like you're pushing a little bit beyond your comfort. You should feel a good long stretch through that leg behind you. Inhale and exhale. Take your arms to prayer. And then you take your elbow outside your thigh, twist your body, and hold. Chin looks back behind you. Inhale, exhale. Bring your arms forward, back to prayer. Arms up. And down you go with your hands on the floor. Slide your leg back into your down dog again. Bend both knees. Sit back into your child's pose. All fours. Walk yourself in to settle yourself back down. And you can lie down on your back. Let's do Savasana and do a meditation, okay? So you can hold your hands on your knees and slowly, inch by inch, vertebra by vertebra, lie down, palms up. Close your eyes. I'm going to sit up, but you guys are going to stay there, completely released, completely relaxed, taking a nice deep breath in. Make sure you fill your lungs completely as you breathe in. And I want you to let go. I want you to feel that there's no tension in your body. There's no reason for your muscles to be tense at this moment because you're flat on the floor. You're not going to fall. All you're going to do is completely release and let go and allow all the tension to melt away into the ground. Try to feel a vibration at the tips of the toes as you breathe in and you breathe out. And pretend you're in a big scanner and you're going to feel that vibration scan your body. So from the tips of the toes to the tops of your feet, bottoms of your feet, past the ankles. Make sure you leave behind a completely relaxed foot. moving up the shins. Your legs are completely relaxed. Your calves feel like they're melting into the ground. Past your knees, your thighs, feel like your legs are just becoming one with the floor. Relax your glutes. Let go of those tense cheeks. Let it go. Just feel yourself melt into the ground. Feel the vibration at the tip of your tailbone and feel that vibration like a serpentine energetic flow move up your spine, past the sacral area, past the lumbar area, all the way up your spine, your thoracic spine. Relax between your shoulder blades. Your neck and shoulders take most of the tension. Right now, let it go. Let go of all that tension, release, feel that the arms are melting into the ground. Deep breath, inhale. Exhale, you continue breathing. At this point, you should feel as if your head and neck are completely relaxed. I'm going to go get some music for you so that you can really, really concentrate on your relaxation. You stay there. Deep breath in, deep breath out. I want you to think about the fact that you started this Easter Sunday taking care of yourself, connecting with your body, allowing your mind to tell you, yes, this feels good, or no, this doesn't feel good. And you allowing that feedback to work for you so that you can slowly but surely become better and better and better at moving your body, at learning how to release and relax your body. I want you to scan your body one more time. I can see if there's any tension there. Deep breath in, hold the breath at the top, and breath out. Right now, this minute, this moment, all you need to concentrate on is your breath. With each breath you take, you go deeper and deeper into your relaxation. Give your body thanks for carrying you through this session. Honor your mind to allow it to be in concert with the pulsation of your heart and the movement of your body. And say thank you to your mind for allowing you to say yes to this practice. And then I want you to feel an aura of energy surrounding your entire body. This glowing white light enveloping your entire body. And this is the essence of the universe, that magnetic field, that energetic field surrounding you, which composes your body. It compresses you into a physical being to allow you to feel, to touch, to smell, to hear, to see. Now you're in that sixth sense where you intuitively know all those things you want for yourself, you imagine for yourself, and know that you are the master of your life. that you can manifest anything that you need, want, or desire in life. That through faith, believing in what you have no evidence of, knowing that you are the one energy that can construct, manifest, and build the life of your dreams. Remember, this is a new dawn, a new day. Anything can happen. It's all possible. Breath in, breath out. Very slowly begin to wiggle your fingertips, circle your wrists, arms up overhead. Stretch the arms up and then bring the arms down by your sides. Tuck your knees into your chest since you're lying flat down on the ground. I'm already sitting in lotus, but I want you to slowly roll yourself up off of Savasana and go ahead and sit in lotus on the floor, however you're most comfortable. Thumb and index finger together, and feel how straight your spine is and how relaxed your body is. And take 3 deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. And again, inhale and exhale. One more breath. Inhale and exhale. Wiggle your fingertips, circle your wrists. Once again, take those arms up overhead, palms together. Prayer pose. Fingertips to your spiritual eye. Namaste. Have a blessed day. I will see you guys tomorrow at 8 o'clock, not 6 o'clock in the morning, LA time. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Hola, Gretel. Hi, Lisa. Love you.